It might help if I have my microphone down. I need to get a decent mic. What is up, everybody? This is Justin K. Sweet, aka Agent Zero, coming in doing a live stream. First time on a network of other creators, so this is kind of wild. I figured I might get just a little bit more serious with my live streaming. So, um, because I got nothing else better to do except making comic books. So that's fun. Yeah, so here I am with, and hi, hello. Glad that those of you could make it. And there will be a test at the end. Uh, Check it out. I'm wearing my Fun My Comic Street Team t-shirt. Um, Looking forward to being able to preach the Fun My Comic gospel at our local comic shop soon. Once I have comics in hand to be like, check it out. This one's, you can check out this awesome indie creator that's on Fund My Comic. So anyway, I felt like doing a live stream tonight, getting into a few things. One thing in particular is I have some fresh art, which I haven't even seen. So I get to try to stall as much as I can as I'm looking it up in real time and then sharing said screen, blah, 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 do all the things. Make sure I click and hit certain keys so that, okay. Oh boy. Oh, okay. So it's a fixed, so that's a fixed panel there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, cool. All right. All right. So that's, wait, what? Oh, sweet. All right. Um, all right, let's share the screen. And before we get too deep into all this jazz, I might as well go with the chat and see what's going on there. Here we go. You can see all my lovely, well, once it's not really, there we go. Maybe? Why isn't it working? Weird. Okay. Something is definitely going wrong with how StreamYards is doing stuff. Okay. So that puts me way little. I'm way over here. I'm way over here. Okay, so there's that. We'll try to present again. Share screen. Yeah, I'm not used to having all these extra little bits and bobbles. Allow. You're sharing Firefox. I don't know why this thing is not sharing what I want it to. Like, what is going on? Ugh, no good. Exit solo layout. Okay. Maybe. Boo. All right, so let's get back in the chat. How about that? Hail, Agent Zero. Yes. Hail, Duck Bacon. Levi Skeen coming in here. Hot and heavy. I'm looking. That's such a cool avatar you got there. Not to diminish yours, Duck Bacon. Yours is cool too. The green head reminds me of Plucky Duck from Tiny Toons. Love it. So, hand pink waving. Okay. Awesome shirt. Yeah, I think so. Near, far. Yeah, right. Yeah. There, I'm far. I'm like way over here. Hey, but at least you can see some Chrome Dog action happening on the page in full color. Trying to do just a few little modifications to this one, but they may not pan out. But in the meantime, we can feast our eyes on the beauty that is this double page spread. Man, I'm really trying to figure this thing out. Okay, so video file. So what's so cool now is I have an extra camera at my disposal that I can just like pop in. And I think that's the coolest part, because that way you guys can see my face and you can see what I'm drawing or what I'm writing or whatever I'm working on with my hands. And that's going to be the coolest part. Let's add that to the stage. So here we go. So boom, we got the hand cam, and we got the face cam. So, and also fresh cut. Yeah, I mean, a while ago, I groomed myself. What a concept. Okay, so that's a thing. That didn't do anything. That's a thing, and then that didn't do anything. Okay, so maybe now that I've added the second camera, maybe it's gonna behave right. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try to share screen. Um, maybe allow. Um, it's not sharing anything. Like I, I don't. This is really aggravating. Okay, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just download it and see if it'll let me share it in a different way. But anyway, this I don't like the yeah, no, I'm not too hip on the old dead air. Or like there's a classic into space for all you space heads out there. All right, so I'll download it and then I'll take a look at it that way. Yeah, I have to say, drawing is hard, um, and and making comics is not for the faint of heart in any part of the process at all. And I can also say that procrastination is a thing. It's a very real thing, and it can seep in and cause wreak all kind of havoc in your creative life, especially when you work a hard day at work. You've got all these distractions and everything else that went on through the day, doing mental gymnastics on everything that you have to do and what you're responsible for, and then you come home and you're just like, I don't want to do any of it. I don't want to draw. I don't want to like activate those memory centers of my brain and try to conceptualize and create something new. I don't want to do that. So why not just interact with folks and talk about something cool that got dropped on my lap? So here we are. Man, that's loud. Levi Skeen says Washington State University logo transformer style, my art. Okay, neat. Washington State University. I need to check that out. Let's see. Let's look that up. Maybe I can actually like share the screen and show that. Images. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, let me try to share that one. It'll be like it'll say, "Oh, you can't share that because it's not a thing." Wait, okay, we'll do this. I don't know. Like, I have no problem on my own channel when I was doing my own thing. We'll just do this. Screen one. Okay, there. Finally. Whew. Okay. So yeah, here's the Washington State logo. Very cool. And then you got Levi Skeen over there. Looks like it's like eating someone's head. That's cool. Because why not? All right, so here's the piece of art I kept trying to show off a minute ago. Go Cougs! Go Cougs! Cougars! Yeah, we got Cougars here, both in the state of Tennessee, but also in a local county here. Their mascot, it's the county high school is their mascot, is the Cougars. That page looks great. Yeah, I think so. We're getting into the action of the comic here, towards the end as it is. Man, like this page, I have to admit something. Like, I did not write a page that features 9 panels here. So this was all like, okay, Luke saying, hey, I want to take the brakes off this thing. Can I run? Can I go? And I was like, yeah, man, like, do your thing, because this is a collaborative effort. I'm very keen on that. So let me see if this will let me. So this is, page 1. I guess we'll go through the whole book. No, it's all black and white, right? So you're kind of getting an artist edition preview, or like, why not, right? Um, so, and those who backed in the early days of the campaign will, folks did order the artist edition. Thanks to all of you who did. So yeah, we get to see it, and it's lovely black and white beauty. I need to get this out of my way. Although it's kind of like, well, now it's like a friend, right? So maybe we should have, let's just put a little friend there. That way he's like, hey, I want to be in the stream. What's going on, guys? Oh, anyway. So I was thinking these plushies, at some point there were folks that were saying, man, it's like, you need to make those part of the campaign. And yeah, I'm with you 100%. And plushies are expensive if you have them produced here in the States. Now, if you have them produced in overseas and certain areas of the world where folks aren't necessarily paid what they should be paid, then yeah, like you can get them super cheap. I'm not sure how I feel about that myself, so I don't know. But and I'm kind of working on potentially doing some Keshi figures. I think it would be cool on the next campaign, whether it's for a comic book or just for Keshi figs. Maybe I'll take a page out of the other Justin, Mr. Belmont, in what he's doing with Smokes the Fox, and do a Keshi campaign with maybe a catch-up tier for Chrome Dog #1 or something to kind of help fund issue #2, and then some other books that I'm looking to get into. So I think it would be kind of fun to do 2 Keshis, because the way I look at it is, if you have if you're gonna have a hero, you got to have a villain, right? So like naturally, we've got in full form in this book, we've got Scratch, aka Chrome Dog, right, versus Seether. So the two like clashing together. Like I could definitely see like these little kids playing with the toys, or grown adult men playing with toys, or grown adult women playing with the toys, or men playing with the woman and playing with the toy, and acting like they're 6 years old again. This page, man, like, even like when it's not colored, like this, I love it. Like I could just seriously, I could look at this all day, just studying it. The action in this scene here is just, anyway. And this guy, he's gonna figure a little more prominently later. I don't like. I haven't yet revealed his name, folks. You guys can, as you read the comic. If you ever watch a bunch of the streams, I probably do talk about his name, but yeah, he's a big baddie. He and Seether kind of have a thing going together, especially and that's I'm all about putting some subtle things in my books that are going to, if you're paying attention, or if you're looking for it, you can kind of figure some things out. So I'll let folks kind of figure some things out in a book. And so yeah, with Seether and this guy, they kind of they're forced to have to work together, but and they don't like each other, but they it is what it is. They share the same common boss or bosses. And I like this shot a lot. This is totally nailed what I was thinking in the script. So yeah, and then we go boom. So this is the last page of the 10-page ash can, and then boom, we go right into introducing Bad Clown and his posse here. He's doing his thing, doing his gangster thing, blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. And then we go. This is getting annoying. Let's see. What's the next song? Yeah, I'm halfway tempted to try to play some of the internet radio stuff that I like so much. But I don't think I can share multiple things. So it's like, well, it's all right. Because I really like to I like chill synth a lot. but I'm not sure if I can do that or not, legally or whatnot. So yeah. So here's like this. This is man. Mm. So when Patrick colored this, he brought it like he brings a whole like there's a whole depth to this whole thing. Like I marvel at how people can, first they draw this. So Luke, drawing these wonderful bricks, the perspective in this shot. I mean everything, the angles and everything, and then to see it in full color rendering by Patrick is just amazing to me. And as you can see, Luke Luke leaves things kind of loose. There's not a lot of shading in this shot, but yet Patrick makes it. He really puts the shine on it, and I love that. It's good stuff. Let's see what you're saying in the comments here. What? what's the question marks? Duck? I don't know. It's smooth. Yeah, smooth like a good brandy or a good bourbon or cognac, if you will. I probably should. Oh well, I left that on there for a long time, didn't I? So yeah, spoiler alert. There are some tenants that live in this building, and if you know, if these different folks in the space. But yeah, there's Sonny. Sonny S is who Chrome Dog is here to kind of talk to. He's got this ridiculous head still stuck on his. It's already damaged, but he doesn't want to damage it any further, so he hasn't like completely ripped it off. And we kind of see him poking through there, and there she is. That's Sunny in all her glory. And this kind of little meeting shot. This is the slowest part of it. Like, it's a slow part of the comic. Yeah, sure. I'm giving away the story. Not really. I mean, you guys don't know what they're talking about. I mean, you can just see this or that and be in black and white. I mean, but the way I look at it is this is issue number 1. I want folks to, really, dive in, figure out what's going on, give me feedback at some point, and this and that. Like when they get the comics in their hands, I'm all about trying to build the readership and get people to, take this ride with me with Chrome Dog. So this I like this shot because there's a little bit of homage. I can see here that Luke is definitely conjuring up an image of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I love. I didn't ask for that. It's supposed to be Wally the Wolf, but I mean it works. It works rather well, in my opinion. And then Baby got back, as it were. Finally, she helps him get it off, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's great. I can actually like be myself now." Yeah, and then we move on, and next scene, boom, smash cut, if you will, go into this whole laying out the scene of what's happening next with another character that we saw earlier in the book. She's having some. She obviously has powers? Question mark. So and so she's working out what to do and how to fix, how to get everybody out of the situation. So yeah, at this point I'm just gonna kind of keep like moving pretty fast. To those of you who want spoilers, you can always just kind of slow down and be like, wait, what is that? Oh no, what was that? What's happening? Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, so then we come back to Chrome Dog, and here's the big, to me, this is the big money shot. This is a 2-page splash showing the action of Chrome Dog moving from building to building. He's got to get across town, and as he's going across town, I think I spoke about this last night in last night's stream, that Chrome Dog, he's having this quite lengthy conversation with Sally, having to come into Jesus moment. He's telling his virtual intelligence that's right along with him, kind of laying down the law, as it were. So anyway, but yeah, and then we move to this shot, starting to rain. I love the fact that Luke ends the panel, this last panel here, with the rain coming in. That was something that he added after the fact. So I have like the original cut of this does not feature the rain, but he added it to it because it just makes sense, because it starts to rain and it gets like more and more harder and harder. Um, and Man, I can't wait to see these panels colored up. Oh, this would be so cool. But yeah, then we got this one where, and this is pretty much, so just to put it in perspective, so this right here, so 4 panels, boom, like this shot, and then that's it for as far as where I stopped in the script. What I mean by that is I finished, writing the rest of it, obviously, but then Luke just kind of took it and ran with it. So from here on out, like, I didn't write this page to have 7 panels in it. This was one of those, like, he's like, can I go? And I was like, dude, just whatever, I'll fix it. We'll fix it in post, as they say. And so here we go. And it's like, boom, boom, boom. We got this big explosion, all kinds of, crazy stuff happening. He's falling down, then he lands on a, yeah. So, that's a little bit of my script. So yeah. And then that next page is this one. So nine panels on this page. Chrome Dog, he meets up to them and he says, he's like, and they're kind of having a talk, and she's like, behind his shoulder, there's somebody lurking in the darkness back there, and she's like, look out. And then and then that next page, boom, 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 which I thought I was going to be able to show some of that off, but not yet. But yeah, apparently I like the word "but" a lot. I don't think I ever heard your elevator pitch of Chrome Dog. Okay, so Chrome Dog is he's a guy. He's actually a human whose consciousness was downloaded into this machine, and he crawls his way out of being buried amongst a bunch of sediment. As he's moving along in this machine body, he kind of wakes up with this drive to complete tasks. Like he's a workaholic, if you will. And so but he has this annoying voice that's along with him. She's on his hard drive, that's Sally. She's a virtual intelligence that was installed, and the thing is, she can't really do anything except nag him, and she does that a lot. I mean, she tries to be helpful, but she's not the most she winds up not being the most friendly person. But anyway, he has this drive to constantly work. He has a need to sleep, but he can't sleep because for whatever reason there's like a dissonance in there. But what's odd about it is he shouldn't have to sleep because he's a machine, right? And so there's a little bit of that going on. But the elevator pitch of it is he's a fish out of water. He's trying to get his bearings on this foreign world. This planet is Ringgold. It's not Earth. It has 2 moons, Lux and Proximo, and he's trying to find his place. But as he's working these different jobs, he's starting to discover that the city that he lives in, which is Epsilon City, is not as bright and shiny as they would have you believe. It's almost like kind of like Gotham City, how the ideal of Gotham City was supposed to be this, beacon of hope for the rest of, other cities and this and that. This ideal that, that Bruce Wayne's dad had. And so it's kind of like that, and so many people, they want it to be the best city in the world. They want it to be this shining example, but corruption has really infiltrated, and crime is on the rise. And so he finds himself in a position where he has to act on the behalf of the citizens of the city, or else they'll just fall by the wayside. And so that's kind of where we are. I'm not really dealing with his origin so much in this story. I'm pretty much picking up on a day that he's going to work and experiencing. He witnesses a couple of a mother and a daughter being kidnapped, and then he has to act, and so we just kind of take off from there. We get introduced by with different characters and this and that, but the overall, it's just a overall superhero romp, um, you know, 90s style, that kind of thing. So it is a mystery how he became Chrome Dog. Yes, it is. It is quite a mystery. The tech level of the city that he lives in is like 90s style. So it is not. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. And maybe here, maybe we'll do this so you guys. I want to try to make myself small again. That way you can like really look at. There we go. Or maybe that. There we go. I'm tiny. Um, so yeah, it's a mystery. He doesn't even know how. He doesn't remember anything about who he was, or when he was, any of that. He just wakes up and feels the need to, because he wakes up in darkness, and before long he realizes he's completely buried in sediment, so he has to dig his way out. And so he the very here, let me see if I can. So the very amusement park that he works at is in a place called Gossamer Bay, and he dug himself up out of the shore of that bay about a year prior to the events of the story. So anywhere between a year and to 6 months of what's happening here in the story. And so think about it. The tech level of the world that he's experiencing now is like the 90s. There's no cell phones. If there are, they're only held by certain authority figures or elites. There's so in all the telecommunications, there's no Wi-Fi. There's none of that. And so this body that he inhabits, I hesitate to call it a suit, because he's there's no part of him that is organic anymore. So however who he is got downloaded into this thing, it received him willingly. And that's kind of one of the things about Sally, is that she's frustrated because she wants to have power over the suit. And I'm not giving away spoilers in that regard. Like, that is her thing. Like, she feels that somehow she got installed in this thing, and she's like, she has no power over it. Apparently she also has no access to his memories either. So she can't read his mind. So he, fortunately for him, he's able to have his own private thoughts about certain things, and she has no idea unless he speaks. She can't read his mind about that. But yeah, he's for now. Now, as we go along, and the important thing to realize is that his existence, this body, this body that was created, its existence and it being completely buried kind of, belies a potential major advanced civilization in a distant past. And so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. It's like fantasy realism where no one around him thinks he looks abnormal. Correct. That they just accept him as what he is. I'm sure some of the older folks and this and that, but no, he doesn't necessarily have to hide in the shadows like the Ninja Turtles. So he does, and that's one of the things. He takes refuge in working his job, wearing the suit. He does get people staring at him, a lot of times, and he also gets folks, who have caught on to his heroic deeds. They definitely are knocking down his door. Not unlike Spider-Man. in a sense. So he does try to keep a low profile, but at the same time, he carries on like a regular schmo, even though he's a massively, he's massive, he's metal, he's just a guy. And you know and of course, the authorities, they don't know what to do about him, and the media, they're like, this Chrome Dog is, this or that. So he's taken on the moniker of Chrome Dog. It's not what he calls himself. He just calls himself Scratch. He can't remember his original name. But yeah, and basically the idea is, in these first 3 issues, I want to deal with the Sally problem, and I want Chrome Dog to have a resolution with that, so that starting with like issue number 4, then we can actually, we can see him as as he is and who he is, fully developed, having his full access to everything that he can, that he's capable of, and with that potentially memories here and there, flashbacks from his past, and we might even get to see some of his the background of where this suit came from. But that's all going to be in the future, and depending on how this goes, that's the beauty of comics in a way. It's kind of like, if I get to issue number 3, and then we put out like a trade paperback, that might be enough for folks, and it's like, okay, well, issue number 4 doesn't come out because people don't really want to read it anymore, and maybe maybe I'll be forced to put him in novel form. I don't know, but to me, Chrome Dog is going to be, I want him to be, if not the only, he's definitely going to be like my color comic book. I have other ideas with some other characters that I definitely want to keep in just black and white, because I love black and white. Black and white's nice and inexpensive. It's also, I mean, it's a very approachable storytelling way. Like, it's a way of presenting the story in a really what's the word? I think unless you have a really good colorist, and Patrick is fantastic, but I feel like if you can convey stories in good black and white, pencils with good shading and or rendering with nice, dark, black and white contrast, that's enough. You don't need to go full on, like every page doesn't look like, doesn't need to look like a, fully rendered, fully drawn out, like just minuscule. I mean, because at the end of the day, we're telling stories here, and yes, I want to showcase art, but I mean, I want to get from point A to point B. Agent action always. I want to be pushing that story forward. That's why I'm so impressed with how Klaus Janson and Mike Baron were, they were able to really nail this for first 5 issues of the Punisher. That has been a massive inspiration for me, for sure. So anyway, yeah, here I am in the corner. But yeah, Chrome Dog. Oh, I'm so stoked to be able to do this stuff. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, it's gonna start over again. Ugh. What do we got here? What is this one? All right, so I wanted to show that, and then I mentioned something about doing Marvel Champions. I don't know if you guys are into tabletop gaming at all. And of course, man, if I could, can I do this? Is there a way to? Bear with me. I'm trying to, hold on. How do I? No, that's weird. Okay, no. I'm trying to get this. I want this one bigger. How do I do that? That does not work. Yeah, this. All right, what am I doing wrong? I appreciate y'all's patience with me here. Solo layout. If I do that, no. See, that's not. Oh, okay, got it. I think I got it. No. Trying to find some way to sort this. Like, what is going on? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, so it does that. All right, edit layout. Oh. Okay, so maybe I do this. No, even that's not. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Discard changes. I guess I'm gonna have to fiddle with this off of stream. So, because the thing is, if I go solo, that's that, and then I go solo like that. I guess that's the way to do it. And then I make it. Nope. That's not a thing. Not a thing. Nope. Oh, anyway, so Marvel Champions is this wonderful little living card game, if you're not familiar, where you get to play Marvel superheroes with cards in decks in your. It's almost like puzzle, kind of like you're solving a puzzle in a way, because there's a board state. It's like a solo board game. Like, you can play by yourself, which I'm about to do, or you can play with friends, and you try to defeat the villain before the time runs out or before they kill you. And so this is Mutant Genesis. I'm going to be trying to trying to fight Sabretooth before this is over. I need to build the deck a little bit, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I'll just play it as is. So we've got Shadowcat, and then we've got Colossus, which something happened there. There we go. Yeah, I got all kinds of goodies in here. So yeah, nerdy stuff, nerdy distractions that prevent me from writing comic books or reading or all that jazz. But it's a way to interact with different people in real life. We have a game night every Thursday night, and so we've started a series at work where we do this kind of thing as organized play. And last week I was disappointed because I forgot this stuff, and so I didn't have Shadowcat with me, so I had to try to play the scenario with somebody that was not like, I had to play with Scott Summers, and I don't really like Cyclops, if I'm being honest. All right, so here's Sabretooth. Ooh, man, this is not. How do I show that? Because if I leave, you all can't hear me. Okay, whoa. Okay, so maybe that's the play. Maybe. No. There we go. Sweet. That works. That works much better. Okay. I don't really like showing my mouse like that. All right. So yeah, we got Sabretooth happening here. He's gonna do his thing. I don't even know if I can concentrate trying to do this and do the stream. But anyway, so the goal is defeat the villain using a hero. I probably should, if I'm going to play true solo, I probably should build this deck up a little bit instead of just using it as prescribed from and so the reason these games are becoming more popular, I'm becoming more and more convinced. When I say these games, like there's this Disney Lorcana, it's a competitive card game that features Disney characters, from the cartoons and whatnot. Okay, so his rival is Juggernaut. That's cool. Disney Lorcana is the movies are just not entertaining people anymore, and so they have to go elsewhere to seek the fix for the stories that they're not getting, and this is just one of those avenues, I believe. So we're gonna shuffle the bad guy deck. Sabretooth. Sabretooth. He's such a pain. I don't like him at all. But yeah, I definitely think that this is the kind of thing that people get into more and more as the days go on. When especially when they discover it, it's extremely nerdy. I get it. All right, and so with Sabretooth, I'm going to explain the rules just like a little bit. So he schemes for one, which means there's threat. That's the clock in this game. There's different threat that gets put on different. It's basically if he gets to his threat level threshold, he'll win and I lose. So that's not important. So I think we're gonna put 5, and then this little thing here is per player. So like 5 threat per player gets put on this, and so I have to take these off before I can take any threat off of him. And he can tack on threat each turn just by doing what's called scheming against me, which simply means it's this number plus, if I pull from this deck, it's plus whatever's down here at the bottom. So it'd be 1 plus 1, so that's 2, for him to add more threat to him. So he doesn't start with any, so he's at 0, and then he gets each turn he adds 1 per player. So this game is scalable. It takes it up. Here he has hit points, which are 15 per player, so he's only going to have 15 hit points, which may not seem like a lot, but trust me, he can heal every time he does something, assuming I'm playing him right. You know what? That is a great question. Same artist on all the cards or different? Levi Skeen asks. Man, oh my gosh. So I will say, to their credit, no, it is not the same artist. I think to Fantasy Flight Games, I give them credit for actually crediting the artists here. I can see that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of this is actual comic book art, with some exceptions. But yeah, they'll credit the artists. Like this is Eduardo Mello or Mio, depending. I'm not sure what it's 2 L's, so I'm sure it's a yeah sound potentially. But yeah, other games like Dice Masters, not so much. So I will say this: in Dice Masters, there is Shane Davis art there. There is Ethan Van Sciver art in those cards, and they do not credit any. Like they will not. It's just DC, licensed by DC or blah blah blah. Like it does not. It will not credit the artist. But Fantasy Flight Games, they got their A game on. So they'll say like this is Joey Vasquez. So yeah, I've got to give credit where credit's due. I believe that 100%. The Woke Breaker, hey, hail chat. He says, hail Woke Breaker. Here, we'll go ahead and just shuffle this up because I don't want to know that was a boost, like a single boost icon. We can always change it. I'm going to cut it. So we got that as the bad guy. So there's his life. Blah, 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 blah. Yakety schmackety. Let me see if I can get this going here. All right. So I think I want to play Shadowcat. She's set to aggressive. and that simply means that so there's 4 different aspects that you can play. You've got aggressive, you've got leadership, you got protection, and then you have justice. um, cool, they don't do that a lot. Yeah, I know, corporation, it's one of those things, like they're also starting to use these big corporations are starting to use AI art, and it's disgusting. Let's be honest. Um, okay, so yeah, Shadowcat. She gets to either be phased or solid. Which, I mean, I have to. I don't want to give too much away, but I just have to say that these 2 decks hit me in the feels for my own stuff that I'm working on. Um, I did not intend it this way, but there are certain characteristics and certain powers that seem to overlap with different people, and maybe even a certain look that I just I'm completely enamored by, and I think Shadowcat she's a fun character um, in in the X-Men universe. So I had to put Colossus bad, or I'm sorry, Shadowcat's bad card in here. These I'm going to set aside. This is her rival, White Queen. Hopefully, it won't become an issue, but if it does, that'll be fun too, I guess. All right, so here's Shadowcat, and she actually starts as Kitty Pryde. So every hero has they have their alter ego side, and then they have their hero side, and that's important because the hero is the only one that can attack and can be attacked. They can thwart, which means they can you can turn them sideways to remove threat. So in this case, 2 threat, so you'd remove 2, that kind of thing. Attacking, attack 2 and take it from the damage. Defense, I can turn her sideways and it prevents 2 damage whenever she gets attacked. But she starts play as her alter ego. She's a mutant in this form, which is kind of weird, but it works, I guess. She's an X-Men in this form, so I don't. It's all about game mechanics and balance. So setup: put your mass form upgrade into play, solid side face up. So that's this one. Phase control action: flip your mass form upgrade, limit once per round. So that's the other thing. You can change from your alter ego to your hero once per round, like as written. You may have cards that will let you flip between the 2. Certain situations might might allow that. So this is just the basic hero deck as it comes in the Mutant Genesis expansion set for Marvel Champions. I have not done any modifications to it whatsoever. I would like to tune it a little bit, but I don't really know what I'm doing. But at the same time, and I probably should have it tuned if I'm going to do a true solo game. So, but I'm trying to wrap my head around this so last week, because I didn't have these 2 heroes, I played Scott Summers, and we had 2 other players. There was a guy who played Wolverine, then there was another guy who played Gambit. And the Wolverine player, Sabretooth, cleaned his clock twice. Like, he died, and like we quit. We rage quit. We're like, okay, this stinks. So yeah, we quit. Oh yeah, okay, you guys are saying hail and all that. Oh yeah, Duck Bacon, you got your Duck Bacon got you your own channel. That's awesome. So, but yeah, I don't, man. I need to get some like real music on here. Get something going. I didn't realize whenever I came onto the team of these other creators that this thing wasn't already like decked out with everything, all the clips and whatnot. For some reason, I thought all that stuff would be in there, but it's not. I have to start from ground zero. What is this one? Nope, we're not doing that one. Ugh. Let's see. Let's do I guess that one's okay. these are all safe, you know. I won't be taken off of YouTube for playing them, so I guess I'm just playing it safe. Here, maybe I can. I'm trying to think. Let me see if I can share screen. The only thing is, I don't know if it will actually play the sound. Let's see. Only share screens. No. And see, I'm on. I don't know if they fixed the thing with StreamYards where if you're not on Chrome. All right, let me. Eesh. Okay. Let me see here. We'll go. Whoops. There we go. Let me see if I can get some sort of music going. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They pull my stream down. I don't know if you can hear this. Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna turn this down. I don't even know. Let me see. I'm gonna click on my own stream and see if I can hear. It is a little loud for me. Anyway, can you hear it at all? You can upload your own stuff now. Yeah, no, there's no music. Okay. Oh well. I don't have my own music. That's the problem. I'll figure it out. I'll get it squared away. And of course, we're approaching that 1 hour mark. That's the thing, man. What I would love to do is just grow like my Discord where I can just hang out and like just mess with stuff forever. Now, granted, none of that is saved anywhere. It's all just a live stream, and then that's it. So there's no video to go back and watch, as far as I understand. But anyway. All right. So so here we go. So she's got a recovery of 3, which means when she's in this form, I can turn her sideways and she can heal 3. I'm missing dice. I need dice because I like to use dice for her health. I don't like to use. It comes with dials. So this is the dial for the bad guy, and then it comes with these little dials. I can't stand them. I don't like to use dials. This is what the little dial looks like, and I don't care about it. I use dice. I like dice. Dice are more fun. Plus, I can make them thematic, and so she's blue and yellow. So I can go with a blue and yellow die. Like that. So I don't know. To me, it's more fun. I enjoy it. And so her health is 9. So we're going to go with a 5 and a 4, and then just like that. Hand size is 6 when she's in this form. When I flip her over, her hand size becomes 5. So yeah, she's in solid state at this point. And we're going to give her 6 card hand size. And then we're going to see what happens with what I got here. Oh boy. Yeah, I've never played her before, so I have no idea. So she has Airwalk. She's got Phase Strike. Lockheed's cool. So in this game, you spin cards to play cards, and this down here at the bottom is a resource. So it produces a fist resource, just a single one. This up here is the cost of the card, so you would need to spend 4 resources to play it. This one is only 1. That's 1. That's 3, 1, and 2. So this is a wild resource because sometimes the resource type matters, but let's see. Hero action thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme, 4 threat instead if you are in phased mass form. Ooh, okay. Okay, so she's got airwalk. So like I could totally remove all of that this turn. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you're in phase mass form, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response from that enemy. That's cool. She just pop it off. Because Sabretooth gets attachments and stuff later on. So, oh, let me put this back on here. How'd it go? There we go. Not even sure if will it let me. It won't let me move it. Okay. All right. So we got so Lockheed is an ally, so he kind of comes in and plays on our behalf. So yeah, man. Attached to an X-Men ally, Max 1 training, so he's Dragon and an X-Men. And then Wolverine is super expensive. After your turn begins, heal 1 damage from him. Yeah, but so every time he attacks, he takes 2 damage, right? That's kind of how this works. They have a clock on them as well. Kind of keeps them moving, keeps them flowing in and out of the game. All right, it's awful early. Let's see. We're gonna. Let's see. While Shadowcat is defending, she cannot take damage. After you attack or defend in phased mass form, flip this card. After you attack or defend. Oh, okay. All right. So she's phased, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and phase her, and then we're gonna do the airwalk thing, I think. And so, so yeah, we're gonna change her over. What is this? Phase control. Flip your mass form upgrade, which I did. Put mass form upgrade. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna flip over to Shadowcat. Selectable intangibility. While you are in phased mass form, Shadowcat ignores the guard and patrol keywords of any crisis icons in play. Well, there's no guard or anything on that. So what this means is you actually have to use. You actually have to thwart things off of this one, but that's what this icon is. So you have to thwart all of these before you can start taking things off of this, and once I thwart all these, I can get Robert Kelly over here, which is it's kind of part of the plan, part of the the execution of this scenario. So yeah, I'm actually going to play Airwalk. I'm going to spend a Wolverine to pay for it, and that lets me remove 2 threat from a scheme. And it says 4 threat instead of you're in phase mass form. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the 4 threat. So that way I'll just knock it out. It's like, boom, it's done. Then I think we're going to it feels weird, but I don't know, maybe I kind of want to hold on to that. I don't know, that phase strike is nice. So deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you're in phase mass form, you may discard an attack. Okay, I'm not worried about that. All right, so yeah, probably good to bring Lockheed out, and then we'll pitch these 2 to pay for it. So yeah, Lockheed's in play. After he enters play, if I'm in phase masked form, remove 2 threat from his game. Okay, that's cool. So it removes up to 2. So that's it. This is done. When defeated, the first player detaches Robert Kelly from his scheme and takes control of him. Advance the main scheme to 2A. So Robert Kelly is actually on my side now. So I'll put him right there. So I got the senator with me. And then flip this card and place it next to the main scheme. So here we are. So this is the main scheme, by the way. Okay. Robert Kelly cannot be healed by player card effects and cannot have upgrades attached. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hero response. After your hero defends an attack from Sabretooth, spend 2 resources of any type. Ready your hero. Only play this. Only the player who controls Robert Kelly can trigger this ability. Okay, cool. All right, and then I still have Airwalk. Okay, so we got Lockheed. I guess Lockheed is going to... I mean, might as well attack for 2. So, or 1, I should say. Yep, so he's going to attack Sabretooth for 1. So, remove that. So he goes down to 14, and then Lockheed goes down by 1. Shadowcat is going to attack him for 2 as well, which may be a moot point, but at least we're trying to throw damage his way because he does have a healing factor, and that will become a factor. You know what? I don't even like this. I'm going to give Sabretooth his own dice. Give him some, like, villainous looking dice. Like gray and brown and stuff. Because why not? So he's currently at 12. So we'll treat him as such. I like dice. What can I say? Oh, snap. Okay, so he actually did not. I forgot. He started with tough. So he started at 15, right? And so now he's down to 1 because Lockheed would have knocked his tough off. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, Sabretooth. Oh no, no, I messed that up. Okay, never mind. I forgot I was watching somebody play him on expert, and it's the next mode that he has toughness. Okay. All right, and that's it. That's all I can do. First player controls. Let's see. When an enemy resolves an indifferent, you deal that damage to. Oh boy. Yep, that's how we're gonna play it. So I'm gonna ready everybody up. Or ready everything up. I'm going to draw up to our maximum hand size of 5 now because I am currently Shadowcat. Now that is the end of my turn, and we go over to the villain's turn. With the villain, at the beginning of the turn, he goes up by 1 threat per player, so it's just me, so he just goes up by the 1 threat. It's not giving me a threshold, which that's the thing I don't understand about this game. Because there's a threshold right here, so it's 9 per player. When revealed, that's the thing. Stalked by Sabretooth. Oh man. Okay, find the. While Robert Kelly is attached, to find the senator, treat this text box as if it were blank. If Robert Kelly leaves, okay, yeah, it feels like it's broken. Like somehow this game is broken, or this villain is broken. I don't know. So I am currently Shadowcat, so that means Sabretooth is going to attack me. So he's going to attack me for 2, plus whatever is on this at the bottom. And it's this little star thing, which means whatever it says here is the boost. It says if this attack defeats an ally, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So I'm actually going to take the damage, which is only 2. So Shadowcat's going to go down to 7. And that was, that's at. So it doesn't actually add to the damage, so it's just straight up 2. And then, let's see. Oh, snap. Okay. So Robert Kelly, with Sabretooth, when he deals damage, it actually it's a forced interrupt. So if I don't defend it, but I want to be able to use her. To heck with it. All right, I'll defend it for 2. So no health goes to him. No damage to me. So I'll just take the lick. Okay, so now I get a bad card. So this means I take the top card of the deck and it just gets, I resolve it. When revealed, shuffle this card into your deck. This card gains surged. After this card enters your hand, discard an ally or support you control. You may discard this card from your hand at the end of the player phase like any other card. Oh. Okay. So infiltration. So this thing is going to go into the deck. But I can see it. Ugh, man. It's like I got to blind shuffle this thing. Like, oh, yeah, see? I mean, there it is. Eek. I guess I'll have to keep some extra sleeves or something handy to keep it fair, you know? I don't know. It feels weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I gotta find some more sleeves. Anyway, lives for Kelly. You need to draw his attention away from the senator. Um, and then when defeated, Sabretooth attacks the player who defeated this scheme, even if that player is in alter ego form. Okay. What? He attacks who defeated the scheme, even if that player. Wow. That is not cool. That, I mean, that's, you're not supposed to, the villain's not supposed to attack a player. um, Weird. Okay. Anyway, and that's it. So that's now that his side is done. Now the thing is, when he did, yeah, ugh, I broke. I kind of. So we kind of gotta back this up. I hate that. Okay. All right, let's do this. As much as I hate to do it, it is what it is. All right, so what should have happened, because he has this force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, deal 2 damage to Robert Kelly. 3 damage if there's at least 6 threat here, which there isn't, so 2 damage gets dealt to him. We'll do that with like a red one. So anyway, yeah, I know this is getting kind of boring and probably pretty dull. So I think it's probably a good time to end it. I'll continue to grind this thing out all on my own, trying to figure out its secrets so that, you know, maybe we'll have a good game day after tomorrow. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me tonight on this maiden voyage of this new live stream potential. This live stream team effort, as it were. I need to load this thing up with some, some fun stuff now that I have access to backgrounds and all that jazz. Let me do this. Oh, that's not the thing. There it is. Nope. Anyway, yeah, here, we'll remove that. There we go. Yay. Okay. So, until next time, and you know what I'm probably going to say. I need to find a nice, like a nice montage of until next time, enjoy our wild America, from the Marty Stauffer. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But like I said, until next time, enjoy our Fund My Comic